Royal weddings aren't just ceremonies, they're moments that change fashion history forever. Some gowns were covered in pearls, some carried centuries of royal tradition, and some became so iconic, they're still inspiring brides decades later. From legendary queens to real-life princess fairy tales, these are the 13 most beautiful royal wedding dresses from the 1950s to the 1990s. Lady Helen Windsor, United Kingdom, 1992. Lady Helen Windsor's 1992 wedding look perfectly captured the elegant spirit of the early 90s. Designed by Catherine Walker, the gown avoided the oversized royal ball gown style that dominated previous decades. Instead, it featured a sleek silhouette, soft flowing fabric, and an elegant train that gave the dress a refined and modern appearance. To complete the look, she wore the Kent diamond and pearl fringe tiara, adding just enough sparkle without overpowering the gown. The entire bridal look felt graceful, classy, and timeless, proving that simplicity can sometimes look more royal than extravagance. Princess Marie-Chantal of Greece, 1995. Princess Marie-Chantal's wedding dress looked straight out of a royal fantasy film. Designed by Valentino, the ivory silk gown shimmered beautifully thanks to thousands of tiny pearls sewn into the fabric. But the real showstopper was the breathtaking 4-meter chantilly lace train flowing behind her like something from a storybook. She married Pavlos, Crown Prince of Greece, at St. Sophia Cathedral in London on July 1st, 1995. To finish the royal look, she wore the antique corsage tiara, adding elegance, luxury, and classic royal glamour all at once. This gown perfectly blended romance, sophistication, and pure princess energy. Princess Alexandra of Kent, United Kingdom, 1963. Princess Alexandra of Kent's wedding gown was elegant, but what made it truly special was the emotional family history behind it. Designed by John Kavanagh, the cream lace gown featured a slim bodice, delicate detailing, and a soft scoop neckline that gave it a timeless beauty. But the most meaningful detail was the historic Valenciennes lace inherited from her grandmother, Grand Duchess Elena Vladimirovna. That personal touch transformed the gown from beautiful into unforgettable. Combined with her flowing veil and classic styling, the dress became one of the most iconic royal bridal looks of the 1960s. Queen Margaret II of Denmark, 1967. Queen Margaret II's wedding gown was the perfect example of classic royal elegance. Designed by Jürgen Bender, the ivory silk dress featured long sleeves, a graceful flared skirt, and a simple square neckline that made the entire look feel timeless. But the real royal drama came from the stunning 6-meter train trailing behind her during the ceremony. The bodice also featured heirloom lace passed down from Princess Margaret of Connaught, connecting the gown directly to Danish royal history. Elegant, meaningful, and regal in every way. Empress Farah Pahlavi of Iran, 1959. Few royal wedding dresses have ever looked as powerful and glamorous as Empress Farah. Created by Yves Saint Laurent for Dior, the gown was designed to reflect the grandeur of becoming the future Empress of Iran. Luxurious fabrics, elegant structure, and detailed couture craftsmanship made the entire look feel majestic. When she married the Shah of Iran in 1959, the wedding instantly became one of the most iconic royal events of its era. Her dress didn't just look royal, it looked imperial. Queen Silvia of Sweden, 1976. Queen Silvia's wedding look proved that royal elegance doesn't need excessive sparkle to make history. Designed by Marc Bohan for Dior, the ivory satin gown featured long sleeves, a high neckline, and a clean silhouette that allowed the royal accessories to truly shine. The antique Brussels lace veil, previously worn by members of the Swedish royal family, added deep historical significance to the look. She completed the outfit with the cameo tiara and a bouquet featuring myrtle, continuing Swedish royal traditions. The result was graceful, sophisticated, and effortlessly timeless. Princess Anne-Marie of Denmark, 1964. Princess Anne-Marie's gown balanced simplicity with royal glamour beautifully. Designed by Jürgen Bender, the ivory satin dress featured a unique smile-shaped neckline, an elegant underbust cut, and subtle detailing that gave it a stylish 1960s touch. Its 6-meter train added the dramatic royal feel every princess gown needs. She paired the look with an Irish lace veil and the famous Khedive of Egypt tiara, a Cartier masterpiece already worn by generations of royal women before her. The entire look felt deeply traditional yet incredibly elegant. Princess Margaret, United Kingdom, 1960. Princess Margaret's wedding gown became legendary because it proved that less can truly be more. Designed by Norman Hartnell, the silk organza dress featured slim sleeves, a graceful V neckline, and a full flowing skirt created from over 30 meters of fabric. Unlike many royal dresses filled with embellishments and heavy decoration, this gown relied purely on shape, elegance, and perfect tailoring, and somehow that made it even more iconic. She completed the look with the Poltimore tiara, a stunning piece she personally purchased herself. Minimalist royal fashion at its absolute best. Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, 1986. Sarah Ferguson's wedding gown was pure 1980s royal drama. Designed by British couturier Linka Kirak, the ivory satin dress featured bold, puffed sleeves, intricate beadwork, and symbolic embroidery hidden throughout the design. The enormous train and long flowing veil made the look feel larger than life. Everything about the dress screamed classic 80s glamour. Dramatic, extravagant, and unforgettable. Paired with the York Diamond tiara, the entire bridal appearance became one of the defining royal fashion moments of the decade. Princess Alexia of Greece and Denmark, 1999. Princess Alexia's wedding look embraced understated elegance. She married Carlos Morales Quintana on July 9, 1999, wearing a modest off-white satin gown by an Austrian designer. The dress featured clean lines, soft structure, and minimal embellishments that highlighted her natural beauty rather than overpowering it. The simplicity of the gown gave it a timeless quality that still looks modern today. She completed the royal look with a delicate veil and a Cartier diamond tiara, adding just the right amount of sparkle. A perfect example of quiet luxury before the trend even existed. Queen Rania of Jordan, 1993. Queen Rania's wedding gown blended royal tradition with modern Middle Eastern inspiration. Designed by Bruce Oldfield, the dress featured soft folds, gold-trimmed fabric, embroidered detailing, and a dramatic waist belt that gave the silhouette a distinctive royal look. Instead of wearing a traditional tiara, she chose a simple headband, creating a more modern and sophisticated appearance. The design was inspired by Syrian ceremonial fashion displayed at London's Victoria and Albert Museum, giving the dress both cultural beauty and artistic depth. Elegant, unique, and unforgettable. Sophie Rhys-Jones, Countess of Wessex, 1999. Sophie Rhys-Jones delivered one of the most sparkling royal bridal looks of the late 90s. Designed by Samantha Shaw, the ivory silk organza gown was decorated with over 325,000 crystals and pearls, creating an incredible shimmering effect under the lights. The fitted silhouette balanced perfectly with the elaborate embellishments, making the look feel glamorous without becoming overwhelming. She completed the ensemble with the historic Enthemion tiara, adding royal sophistication to the already dazzling appearance. The result was fairy tale elegance with a modern touch. Queen Mathilde of Belgium, 1999. Queen Mathilde's wedding gown looked regal in the most refined way possible. Designed by Edouard Vermeulen, the deep white coat-style dress featured long sleeves, structured tailoring, elegant buttons, and a flowing train that created a graceful royal silhouette. The standout feature was the Brabant laurel wreath tiara, an Art Deco diamond masterpiece that elevated the entire look. Combined with her veil and pearl jewelry, the bridal appearance felt classy, polished, and timeless. A perfect ending to the royal fashion of the 1990s. Grace Kelly, Princess of Monaco, 1956, and finally, the dress that became one of the most iconic bridal gowns in fashion history. Grace Kelly's 1956 wedding gown remains one of the most celebrated dresses ever created. Designed by Helen Rose and gifted by MGM, the gown featured delicate lace sleeves, a high neckline, intricate pearl detailing, and a stunning silk skirt flowing into a dramatic train. Every detail was handcrafted with extraordinary precision. Instead of wearing a tiara, Grace chose a Juliet cap decorated with antique Brussels lace and tiny pearls, creating one of the most elegant bridal looks ever seen. Decades later, brides around the world still draw inspiration from Grace Kelly's timeless royal wedding style. Ending, royal wedding dresses aren't just about fashion. They become symbols of an entire era. Some were bold and dramatic, others were soft and timeless. But every single one left a mark on royal history. Now tell me, which royal wedding dress was your favorite? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more royal history, luxury, and unforgettable fashion stories.